Hey, what's up guys? Scott Herman, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like The Rock has finally started to give us a little more of an in-depth look at his training that he's doing to get ready for his role as the Black Adam. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually really excited for this movie. I feel like Shazam was one of the better movies that came out of the DC universe.
And that should teach you that old ladies, regular aged ladies like yourself, don't need your protecting, right? So get woke, bro.
And, I mean, The Rock looks the part to play Black Adam. I mean, this fan art that you can find online just looks super badass. The only funny thing is gonna be when he's on screen with Zachary Levi, because as much as he tried to say that he didn't have a muscle suit, he had a muscle suit. So you're gonna have Zachary Levi in his Shazam muscle suit and cap delts next to probably The Rock and some spandex. But anyways, besides the point, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is because I'm really impressed with The Rock's training. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when we see the type of training that these celebrities are doing to get ready for their superhero roles, they basically just bullshit us as much as they can to try to convince us that it was because they went from eating not so much to 8 to 10,000 calories a day, and now they're working out 6 to 7 hours a day doing double sessions. That's the reason why they started to pack on mass and get ultra ripped. Had nothing to do with the steroids or the gear that they're taking. It's all the training and eating that they're doing, and that's why they got so big and buff for their roles as superheroes. I mean, you guys are obviously aware of all the drama surrounding Chris Hemsworth and his body double. Dude totally took gear, tries to pretend like he doesn't, and then he's complaining that he's having a hard time eating 4,000 calories a day or something like that. It makes zero sense. I mean, come on, bro. But anyways, we're smarter than that. At least the YouTube fitness community is smarter than that. And I think you guys are going to agree with me when we take a close look at what The Rock is doing. You know, his workouts make sense, okay? And that's what I'm excited about. Men's Health did an article a couple days ago talking about how The Rock breaks down his back and biceps workout for Black Adam, which is how I, became aware of this. And what was interesting to me about this article is if you look at this part right here, I mean, we don't really see much of what The Rock does for his actual workouts. And they mention that. Usually specific information about the actor's training splits are reserved to rare Q&As on Instagram or the few times his strength coach has taken an interview. And I feel like the reason for that is The Rock is a busy dude. I don't know if you guys keep up with The Rock, but I mean, it's like this man doesn't sleep. He's always doing something. And on top of that, he's doing movies all the time. He has his business deals and he's spending time with his family. I don't know how he does it, but he does. So maybe he doesn't have time to just like go over what he does for his workouts. Like he's just so focused on what he's doing, it's hard to nail him down. But the fact that he's stuck in lockdown and training in his own gym, I think it's called like Paradise Gym, he's feeling inspired to give that away. But I feel like it's because, The Rock has always been in great shape. I mean, if you look at him when he started out in the WWE until now, I mean, the man's body has transformed dramatically. He looks amazing now, right? Even in like Jumanji, he was looking better and better. So if you watch his videos, it just looks like he's so excited about this role that he just wants to share more of it. And if you listen to him, he talks about how he just wants to look the best he's ever looked for this role. I mean, and he should, right? If I got the opportunity to play a superhero role, I'd want to be in my absolute best shape I've ever been in my life, because that's going to live on forever. It's a movie. So let's hear a little bit about what he has to say. This is his Thursday split back and buys.
For my Thursday night workout, this is my second workout. There's been a lot of comments, a lot of questions about the post that I posted this morning, sharing with you guys that I'm going to share more of my Black Adam training and my prep for the role in terms of my strength, my conditioning, my diet, my energy, my balance. So today's split on Thursday is I do my empty stomach cardio in the morning, and then I'll come and train at night. And today's split tonight was back and biceps.
So he's doing a traditional bro split, okay? Back and biceps, chest and triceps, basically 2, maybe 3 muscle groups at a time. Now, he hasn't really given us like a lot of sets and reps. There's another post we're going to check out here that goes over his chest workout. But the main takeaway I want you guys to pay attention to is that he's doing a lot of supersets, trisets, and giant sets, all right? And the reason why this is important, and he also talks about doing his cardio. So he wakes up, he does his cardio, works all day, comes home. He's like maybe 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then he does his workout. Doesn't probably have a lot of time to get his workout in. Can't go to the gym for 3 to 4 hours as he's getting ready for this role. And another post that he did, he talks a lot about all the mental preparation he's been doing and all the studying he's been doing to get ready for this role. Because that takes up a lot of time. And that's why it doesn't make any sense when these actors are like, yeah, I train 10 hours a day. It's like, no, you don't, dude, because you still have to do your other shit and your other jobs. So the fact that The Rock is doing a traditional split of 2 body parts and just beating the absolute living hell out of them, that says a lot. And that shows me that this is a type of workout that makes sense. So the reason why it's so important to know this is because The Rock is taking advantage of multiple muscle building mechanisms at once. I did a video a few years back called Am I Not Growing Muscle If I'm Not Sore? And in this video, I'll link to you guys in the pinned comment below, I talk about the 3 muscle building mechanisms. Now, a lot of you already know about mechanical tension. That's basically how much weight you're lifting. But mechanical tension doesn't necessarily mean you have to add weight every single set. You can take advantage of techniques like supersets, drop sets, trisets, giant sets, where you're basically fatiguing the muscle as much as possible and then keeping your rest period short before attacking the muscle group again. And you're still applying mechanical tension. You're not necessarily increasing how much weight you're lifting, but you're still pushing your muscles to their absolute max, which is bringing in mechanical tension, but focusing a lot more on this muscle building mechanism, which is called metabolic stress. And what metabolic stress is, this is what happens when you perform exercises that rely heavily on the anaerobic glycosis for energy production. So in simpler words, metabolic stress happens when you do lots of repetitions and sets with short rest periods. This type of technique gives you what gives you the pump we all love, okay? So I did a few videos or video series a couple weeks ago talking about faster stretch training. So you can actually apply that here, because faster stretch training is when you get a massive pump in your muscles and then push that pump even further by doing more sets and reps to try to stretch that fascia. And the combination of utilizing these both of these techniques automatically brings in muscle damage as long as you're pushing your limits. So The Rock's workouts, maybe they're 2 hours, 2.5, maybe 3 hours max if he's having a good time, but he's able to focus and isolate his back and biceps because why? Because while he's doing his supersets, trisets, and giant sets on his back exercises, he's already blasting his biceps because there's secondary mover in all the back exercises that you do. So you can spend a lot of time doing your back movements, and then you won't have to really hit your biceps as hard because they're already tore up. All right, you can get away with like 2, maybe 3 exercises for your biceps and be done with it. But let's look at another video real quick where he talks about his chest workout, because there he actually gives us a little more detail.
It is an official wrap on my workout number 2 for the day. It is Friday. The end of the week is here. I'm training with all my friends, which clearly means I'm by myself. Thousands of...
First of all, The Rock looks like chiseled here. I mean, he always looks chiseled, but I mean, look at the definition in his chest and his shoulders and his biceps and his traps. Like, he's looking superhero lean, like super buff, tight in all the right places. I'm not fanboying here. I'm just noticing how great he looks, right? Like, he looks like the best he's ever looked, which is his goal, so that's great.
Thousands of questions about what the training split is and what the exercises are. So for today on Friday, the training split is chest and triceps. The movements today are, I'll start off with a fly, then I'll move to 2 compound movements, a press and then an incline press, and I will end that giant set. So that is 3 exercises in a row. And the 4th exercise will be a body weight dip, and just rep it out till fatigue, until failure, and that is a son of a bitch.
Yeah, it sounds like one. I'm going to let him talk a little more here because he says some other stuff I want you guys to hear what he has to say. But I just want to kind of dissect his workout real quick. So he's doing 3 giant sets, 4 exercises per set. So what that means is you complete every exercise, all 4 exercises in a row, and then you rest. Maybe he's resting 60 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes max. It depends on how he feels after all the work is done. But as soon as that rest period is over, that's 1 set. And then you complete 2 more of those giant sets. So he's doing a fly movement first, which is really great, kind of pre-exhausting the chest a little bit, warming it up. Then he's hitting a heavy chest press, heavy incline press. I'm going to assume he's doing probably a higher volume here. He doesn't say how many reps he's doing, but it would make sense that if he's doing giant sets, anywhere between 8 to 12. I doubt he's going for like 6 reps per set. Maybe on his last giant set, maybe the first 2 giant sets, he's doing a higher volume, and then that last one, he's going to go a little heavier. You have these options as you're training. Utilize them all. Play with them all. See how you feel, okay? Like, how you train isn't set in stone. All that matters is you're getting the volume in. But does chest press, does incline press, and then he finishes with body weight dips until failure. And body weight dips, obviously, they can target your chest depending on how you do them, but they're going to heavily fatigue your triceps. So by the end of these 3 giant sets, his chest is already toast, and his triceps are pretty much at their limit as well. But he still does triceps afterwards, another 3 giant sets of 4 different movements that engage all 3 heads of the triceps. So I'm going to assume he's doing some overhead, some press downs, maybe some close grip bench, depending on how his chest is feeling after he's done doing the chest press and the incline press. But it's not going to take a ton of weight for him to finish up those triceps because they're already pre-exhausted from all the chest work he did in the first 3 giant sets. So this is smart training. He can probably complete this entire workout in less than 2 hours. I would say probably like 90 minutes if he goes and keeps his rest period super short. Very effective training, guys. But let's hear what else he has to say.
Then I'll do one more chest movement, and then I will move on to triceps. So obviously with the Black Adam prep, there is mythology, there's character, there's story study, things like that. But
see that? There's mythology, there's story study, there's character. There's other things that go into this besides just the workout. So you can't work out 10 hours a day. There's other things you need to do to nail the role.
When it comes to the physicality part and the balance and the energy of Black Adam, I want to raise the bar with the character. That's the hope. More to come. Thank you for the support, and finish your week strong. Love you guys.
So really good messaging here. I feel like this is like the one celebrity workout that I've actually seen and heard someone talk about. Actually, I don't know. Henry Cavill, the video I did on him was actually pretty good too. If you guys didn't see the Henry Cavill video, I'll post it right there. I basically tracked his progress from Immortals all the way to The Witcher, and his progression was really good, and I like the workouts that he did. But aside from that, I feel like The Rock has his head on his shoulders in terms of how he wants to deliver his workout to his audience, where he's not bullshitting and trying to fluff it up to make himself look like, you know, this amazing guy who can handle 10 hours of training a day. And I think that's admirable. And although we don't have his entire workout split here, if you guys would like to try a workout that's like this, so a workout that involves a lot of volume and a lot of drop sets, I call them burn sets sometime, go to my website. You can try my 5-day bodybuilding split for free. I'll post that link down in the info section below. But if you take a look at my first workout, it's basically like what he did. Chest and triceps, and I put some abs in there as well. But instead of doing giant sets, the way my sets work is you're doing a burn set, or also called a drop set, on every single set. So for example, you're doing your dumbbell bench press. What you're going to do is go as heavy as you can, 8 to 10 repetitions. Lower the weight as heavy as you can, 8 to 10 repetitions. Lower the weight again, as heavy as you can, 8 to 10 repetitions. And that completes one set, right? It's a lot of volume, but it works. Why? Metabolic stress, bringing in that second muscle building mechanism. Well, that about wraps it up for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you drop those comments down in the comment section below. That's the only way we can boost that YouTube algorithm. Obviously, hitting that like button works too. Go down there, tap that like button, and if you want to try that 5-day bodybuilding split, I'll post a link to it right over here. There we go, there's that split. And if you guys missed that previous video I did on the 3 muscle building mechanisms, I'll post the link to that right there as well. Hope you guys have a great day, and as always, more good stuff coming soon. See ya.